I'm going to be reviewing a viral video of a Florida woman that successfully fought off a sexual predator in an apartment gym. There are a lot of positive things about this. It worked out really well for her, but there are some things that we got to look at. Now, before I do that, if you are ready for you and your family to start putting together the plan to minimize violence coming into your life, please go to timlarkin.com, give us your email, and we will send you a guide that will take you through every aspect of putting together a program for you that will minimize the chance of violence coming into your life, understand exactly what you do and don't have to respond to, and all the things that are absolutely important. Because remember, it's not just about punching and kicking, it's having a plan. And that start is when you go to timlarkin.com and give us your email. Listen, a couple weeks ago, there was a viral video that went around and it showed a woman in Florida who was attacked by somebody that she let into an apartment gym. She was rightfully lauded as fighting him off, and she did really well, and it worked out really well for her. But there's a couple of things that we need to consider in here. The reason I wait on these viral videos is because there's such euphoria, especially when a person successfully defends themselves, that you don't want to seem like you're crapping on the success of that. But what is my job? My job is to point out every aspect of the situation and to educate. And so that's why I'm going to go over this. So again, very happy that it worked out the way it did for her, but there are some things that we need to look at. Now, she was working out, he knocked on the door, and she let him in. And then it starts. He's approaching her. We don't know what was said here. And this is where it starts. And she realizes that she's in trouble, and she starts. You know, apparently she's trained in jiu-jitsu before. Obviously she works out. She's in good shape. And, the one thing I do like here is that she's trying to get away, and he follows her in. And notice how he cut off the door. But she's using her phone, and unlike other people that I've seen with their phones where they're actually protecting their phones, she's using it as a bludgeon. So let's just stop it right here. Here, her focus is she's calling for help. She's calling 911. She's engaging. This guy knows this. Luckily, he's not very good at what he's trying to do. He is not trying to injure her, really. He's just trying to take her down. He doesn't seem very competent in doing this. She's very lucky that it was this type of an attacker. Oftentimes it's devastating. They come in right away, they punch you right away, they hit you, they do something to disorient you, and he was unsuccessful in doing anything like that with her. As a matter of fact, she got in more hits than him. She's surviving at this point. Went off, you can tell, you see her talking into the phone. And again, this guy's on, but he's not as aggressive as I've seen other predators on here. He seems almost unsure of himself how to deal with her. He's trying to get her like in a control mode, put her down on the ground, but she just is relentless. She's there. She injured him enough to get away. And then you see this is the end of it. What do predators do? They use your social awkwardness against you. She's by herself in the gym. He knocks on the door. Now, most people, you would have a card code to get in. He didn't. She assumed maybe he forgot his. She made all these assumptions and just let him in. Why? She didn't want to feel socially awkward by not letting him in. I understand this is one of the things that happens all the time. Well, I knew something was wrong, but I didn't want to seem like I was being rude, or I didn't want to seem like I was being a bitch, quote unquote, or any of those things. Just realize if you're getting the nonverbal cues, then there's a reason you're getting those. There's something going on here. She ignored those. Here's the other thing, and this is going to be unpopular, and I understand, but can we just highlight the time code here? Sunday night, 10 p.m., she is a woman working out alone at an apartment gym. Lots of people say she should be able to. She should be able to work out unmolested, and it shouldn't matter what time it is. I understand all those people. And I understand that's the way it should be. But my job is not to talk about the way things should be. My job is to talk about the way things are. And that is a huge risk for her to be taking on her own. It just is. Profiles you as an easy victim. This guy obviously saw the opportunity and he used it. I'm sure if she had a choice, she would not have worked out at 10 o'clock at night by herself. We always want to avoid the avoidable. And anytime you can minimize the chance of violence coming in your life, you should. She was very, very lucky. Very lucky that this was an incompetent attacker for the most part. The fact that she had the tenacity to fight back, that she had the presence of mind to get on her phone and to get the hell out of there. But the problem is people might take from this that this was a good situation, and it wasn't. This was completely avoidable for her. It doesn't happen to me. That's the mode that people get in. Oh, that happens to other people, not me. I don't want to get up early in the morning and have to do my workout. I'm going to do my workout now because I have time now, and I should be able to do this. This is the kind of stuff that drives me crazy because this is how people end up coming to me. As I've told most of you, my makeup of my client base when they come to me is 70-30. 70% of the people have had some form of violence happen in their life after the fact. I can't undo that. So I try to reach as many of those people that are in the 30% category where violence has not touched your life yet. And hopefully we can get you to make better decisions. And then really that's what my message is here. There's lots of things I could critique. Nobody was trying to injure anybody. Sure, I could show you all that stuff. It was ineffectual on both sides as far as injury, but that's irrelevant to the situation. The real situation is it was 10 o'clock at night on a Sunday night, and she was a lone woman by herself in a gym. She let in an unfamiliar male at 10 o'clock at night into the gym. Huge risk. Luckily, it worked out for her. And again, all kudos to her for fighting back, all of that. I'm taking nothing away from her. What I'm asking you to do is ask yourself, how many situations are you willingly putting yourself in where there's a potentiality for violence, where if you just made a different decision, wouldn't even be a potential? That's the real question. And that's the real thing to learn from this particular video. So again, folks, if you want help putting that together, go to timlarkin.com, give us your email, start putting your plan together to minimize the chance of violence coming into your life so you can live a life that is fun, free, and you have a plan if violence comes. But until then, you get to enjoy it. And you don't do things like let people in at 10 o'clock at night into a gym by yourself. Till next time, stay safe.